3.
Hello, Dustin Hillis here with the Tough Stump Rodeo, and we have Mary, Dave, and Adam from Eli Technology, and super excited to hear what these guys do, making a big difference, and we're gonna hear from them directly. So first, thanks guys for being here, all the way out in beautiful Montana. Where'd you guys come in from?
Miami.
Ottawa. Nice.
And Bogota, Colombia.
Bogota, Colombia. My brother-in-law lived there. I've been to Bogota before. I rode a motorcycle in Bogota, and it was one of the most scary experiences of my life. During rush hour, I thought I was going to die. But that's not why we're here. So tell us a little bit about Eli Technologies. What do you guys do?
So the quick and dirty is we do indoor location. We provide for the tech community, which traditionally when an officer will run into a building, you lose visibility into where they are. What we provide is precise indoor location.
Wow.
That's it.
Talk about a big problem to be solved. I'm from Nashville, Tennessee, and we've had several school shootings. Covenant School was the most, I guess, nationwide, global, perhaps, news. And my daughter was in school a few miles away from the Covenant School shooting. We know families that are from that school. I was actually in a meeting for the Antioch school shooting that recently happened, and we had driven by that exit while it happened, and all of our phones were going off. So you guys are dealing with a very important problem that's close to my heart.
You know, I'm sorry you went through that. It's right, it's close to all of our hearts. If I could just make one point on that.
Yeah.
We want to do whatever we can to help police get there quicker and get to the problem quicker. And that Nashville school shooting, for instance, you know, I think the police did pretty much everything exactly right.
You're right.
But just imagine if they had our technology, Eli Technology, we could maybe have directed those officers to say, hey, the problem's on the second floor on the west side of the building.
Yeah.
So they could all have just, again, they did everything perfect. But if we could give them just a little bit more time, that would save lives. And that's what we're about.
How does it work? Mary, can you tell us a little bit about how it works?
How about the technology works?
Yeah.
Yeah. So it's basically like you rip the ceiling off, the roof off a building, and you can see exactly where everybody is in the building, which room, which floor, and then you can get to the person.
Wow. Now, is that integrated with TAC, I'm guessing?
Yes, indeed.
Tell us, so for people watching, some of them might not know what TAC is. I think we're going to have military and non-military watching this video. Just kind of give us a little bit of the lay of the land of what TAC is, how that works, and assume you're talking to people actually like an SRO at a school. Adam, take it away.
So TAC's a platform that allows situational intelligence for officers and law enforcement to be able to see the location of their officers. What TAC currently does not have is an ability to see within the building. So with our platform, with our plug-in, it'll allow, once the officer does enter the building, to have some visibility into that building to understand where the problem is and how best to, for lack of a better word, neutralize the threat that's in that building. So you could imagine that if they were aware of a problem on the east side or didn't know where the problem was, they might enter from the west side and spend a lot of time clearing the rooms along the way to that east side where that problem is. With our system, it will allow you to see the best path, best entry point in order to have some situational awareness on how to attack that problem. So that's essentially what we do involved with TAC.
Now, how is this working? Do you have something where you have the schematic of the school and it's being uploaded into TAC?
So that's the unique part of our system, is that we will take in the floor plans of that school, and then all we need is knowledge of the infrastructure within the building, whether it's Wi-Fi or Bluetooth. We're integrated with both. So a school is able to utilize or be a part of this without the cost impact of putting 100, 200, 300 Bluetooth beacons across the school, which obviously makes it cost prohibitive for many organisations like a school to go down. So we don't require that. As I said, we're integrated with Bluetooth because we don't need it. So the school is able to provide an additional layer of protection against our greatest assets, our kids, without it being a cost or a material cost impact on their budgets.
How is that? What is it? Sensors? What technology is it accessing?
So essentially, maybe I'll take a step back. So we take in the floor plans.
Yep.
And then we have an understanding of the Wi-Fi access points that are around the building.
Okay.
And then we're able to trilaterate that position on an X, Y, and Z axis down to sub 9 feet. Generally, it's better than 9 feet, but that's what we're comfortable in marketing.
Yep.
So as an officer moves through the building, their position's updated in more or less real time. They can see where they are in relation to where the threat may be, and the relation to the other friendlies in the building as well. So
you know where the friendlies are because they're on TAC and they have the device on them.
Correct.
And then, are you hearing the shot? How do you know where the shooter is? Is that self-reported?
Well, unless that is the a problem that needs to that there's no solution that's going to be 100% in understanding where the problem is.
Yeah.
Systems are dynamic, but just say the situation is reported that the shooter is in 207 or around that area. You can
so then
plan
you know 207 through the
through
map.
the tag.
Okay.
And then that's all reported. We provide a dispatchable address as well, so 911 law enforcement are able to see where that alarm is coming from as well.
Yeah.
And that's all plugged in, and that's all provided to 911 as well. So they can draw down, the PSAP operator is able to draw down the floor plans and the location as well.
Yep.
So it provides a lot of synergies between law enforcement as well as the school.
Now, are you able to integrate with other technologies? So you're providing that, and if other sensors or technologies were to go with that, like for example, Squarehead can let you know if a drone's above a school. Could that alert them that then has them knowing, I guess the drone wouldn't be inside the school, but if it were to be, you'd be able to integrate?
Yeah,
If they're on tech, right? If they're on tech, they'll be able to see everything.
Okay.
And another really important point just to hammer in is the multi-floor capabilities we have. If you're on the
Tell us
5th
about
floor,
that.
the 6th floor, sort of what's been missing in indoor location technology.
Yep.
A lot of people get X and Y, no one can get Z.
Ah.
That's the problem.
Yeah.
And not only can we figure out what floor you're on, we can get down to the exact room. In some
wow.
cases, even cubicle level.
Wow.
And then, as Adam said, the dispatchable address. No one's gonna know you're 150 feet up. But
Right.
if you say you're in room 1505, floor 15, the police officers will know exactly where to go.
And they have it through
Through tech.
And they
through
can see it on
yeah.
tech, and they can see.
And then they all know
415.
where each other are.
That's right.
Yeah.
That's right. In
Yeah.
fact, we just did an exercise with Orange County, Florida Sheriff's Office in their big Orange County Convention Center.
Yep.
30 SWAT officers ran in there, and you could see 30 Skittles real time. The commander said we'd never seen this before.
Wow, that's impressive.
And can I just make one more point on that as
Yeah,
well?
yeah.
The calls coming from 207, the alert. Likely, once law enforcement arrives, the threat's not there anymore. Right? So the user who's made that alarm or call for help is no longer there. Likely, they're hiding under a janitor's closet or under a desk in another room. We can see where they are in real time, so that when law enforcement, paramedics, whoever arrives at the building, we can see their real-time position, so that we can assist, or law enforcement can assist in a direct and efficient way.
Excellent. Tell us about the rodeo. Is this your first rodeo?
First Rodeo.
All right. This actually is your first rodeo. I've seen people wearing the hats.
Yeah.
So what's it been like being here? Just tell us about your experience so far.
It's been an amazing experience. We're really grateful for you guys to be putting it on, and we found it's just a really warm community. Everybody has kind of stepped in to help us out. When we had a little problem here, someone would just step right up and just help us out, and it's been a really wonderful experience.
That's awesome. Have you had any connectivity opportunities or relationships that you're walking away with?
Absolutely. We're very close with a number of different, if it's Rain Technology, if it's Booz Allen, we've worked a lot with our law enforcement partners from Texas and elsewhere. That we're all here and everyone's in a very sort of problem-solving mindset. It's helped. They said, let's sit down. What's your problem? How can we help? And it's been a tremendous experience.
That's awesome.
Really has.
It's awesome. Anything that you would like to share with the YouTube community that we haven't hit yet?
I think we've hit everything, but I just, really want to highlight, we want to help you all, first responders, save lives. So whatever we can do to provide indoor location tech to make it safer for your communities, that's what Eli's all about.
Awesome. Thank you, guys.
Thank you.
Appreciate
Thank you, Dustin.
Thank you for the very important thing that you're doing. It's super important for everybody, and anybody that has kids, I mean, it's just like, it's on all of our minds, and it would be cool to be part of the team that solves a problem where, you know, our kids, they don't even ever think about it.
That's right.
So-
That's the dream.
Yeah. All right. Thanks.
Thanks,